What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the Armory. Today we've got a really fun one, the Diamondback Firearms DB15 5.56 pistol with a 7-inch barrel. It's going to be compact, lightweight, and surprisingly pretty capable for its size. This setup has been getting a ton of attention lately, and today we're going to break it all down. We're going to cover the specs, the build quality, what you can expect performance-wise, pros, cons, kind of who this platform's actually made for. Then we'll go into a little breakdown of how we would do this for maintenance-wise. So let's get into it. So first things first, some of you might be newer into firearms. You might not know why this is technically a handgun versus what it kind of looks like a rifle. So the reason why is our barrel length. So this is going to be a 7-inch barrel. Anything under 16 inches for a rifle is going to be considered a short barrel rifle. So this could be considered a short barrel rifle if it was a rifle. However, what we're going to have to look into is the stock more. Now that we have the stock here, we can kind of see how it's got this little gap right here. So this is going to be a pistol brace is what the technical term of it is called. So it's got the Velcro strap here. It's technically not an actual stock. So what you would do is you'd get this little opening here, and then this is where your forearm would go. And you would tighten the strap down, and you would shoot it one-handed like you would a handgun. So that's why it's going to be considered a pistol or a handgun today. Just to show you guys what it would look like, again, whenever we're handling, we're keeping it safe, so we have our chamber flag in here. So we're going to take the Velcro out a little bit, put our forearm in here like so, and then feed it on the other side right here. It's going to go back through that D-ring, and we'll tighten it down. So that is technically what it's for. You're not supposed to shoulder it like you would an actual rifle. You're supposed to hold it with one hand like so. Now this style is very uncomfortable. It's not comfortable to have at all. There's other ones you make where you put on the side of it and then you Velcro it so you're not like crunching it like this. So again, going into it, the DB15 pistol is Diamondback's entry into the ultra compact AR pistol category. So this specific model, like we said, runs a 7-inch 5.56 barrel. Obviously, we can see right here on our ejection port cover, 5.56 is what it's going to be chambered in, making it extremely maneuverable and ideal for any close quarters handling, so think home defense or something like that. Right out the box, the gun feels really solid. It's very balanced. Diamondback has really stepped up their machining and assembly quality over the years, and it really shows. The fit and the finish are very clean. Nothing feels loose, gritty, or cheap at all. So going through the specs, kind of what we're working with. So like we said, the caliber is going to be that 5.56 NATO. It's also going to be chambered in 223. So if you're looking for a cheaper round just for training purposes and you don't want to actually shoot a little bit more expensive 5.56, you can go ahead and shoot 223 through it. Again, our barrel length is going to be 7 inches. Our handguard is going to be an M-lock. So it's going to be that 4.5-inch free float M-lock right about here. So you can put different attachments into your M-lock. There's also a few on the bottom right here too. Our receiver is going to be that forged aluminum upper and lower. Obviously that gas system is still going to be at the pistol length. And then we're also going to have our buffer tube set up like you would see on a normal rifle. The weight of it, just about 5 pounds. It's really not heavy. It's very balanced as well. So for such a short barrel, like I said, the balance is actually very clean. The gun doesn't feel front heavy or awkward. Again, it depends if you're putting optics on it, putting flashlights or lasers in front of it as well. That can get the balance a little off. So again, going into the features, Diamondback gives you a free float M-lock handguard, which is perfect for, again, like we said, lights. You can get grips on it or whatever other accessories you want. Our top rail is completely uninterrupted, so optics mounting is very simple. The trigger, it's going to be your standard mil-spec style. Nothing crazy, but very predictable and reliable. The forged receivers are a big plus. At this price point, a lot of companies cut corners with different billet look cast parts, but Diamondback sticks with forged aluminum, which means durability is where it should be. Let's talk some real world performance for a little bit. So our 7-inch 5.56 is going to give you a very fast handling firearm, but you're going to be sacrificing velocity. With it being a 7-inch barrel instead of your normal 16-inch barrel, you're almost cutting it in half with that velocity that you're going to be losing, as the round doesn't have as much barrel to go through as it's being fired. So again, this platform is going to shine your very close range applications where the maneuverability matters more than your long distance accuracy. With that pistol length gas system, recoil is going to be very manageable. Expect a very snappy impulse, but nothing difficult to control. Accuracy of 25 to 50 yards is going to be very solid, which again is going to be more than enough for a compact defensive setup or just having fun on the range. So who is this going to be for? This pistol is going to be a great option again for home defense setups where you need that extra maneuverability and when you're going to be in the close quarters. Could be a good truck gun, car gun, something you keep in your trunk for maybe on the road self-defense. Or bag guns if you have a go bag, if you're like a prepper or something like that. New shooters wanting a lightweight AR platform and you don't want that full size, almost like rifle, where it's going to be a lot heavier. And then anyone looking for an entry level but reliable AR pistol without spending $1,500 plus. It gives you the look, feel, and function of a quality AR system in a very approachable price range. So our different pros, again, compact, lightweight, our forged receivers making it very durable. It's going to have that M-lock handguard, so for our different attachments and accessories, very affordable and also reliable and very easy to accessorize again with our M-lock handguard. Cons, our 7-inch barrel means that reduced velocity that we're going to have on our round, but again, it depends on what your usage is for. Don't expect this to be very accurate at long distances. Our trigger, not bad, just very basic, very standard. That you can always upgrade with whatever gunsmith is near you. The muzzle flash and concussion might be a little noticeable because it's loud, just because again it doesn't have that longer barrel to go through. But you can always get different accessories to go on the end, such as like a muzzle brake or something like that. Let's do a really quick breakdown so we can see exactly how this thing needs to be broken down. First, what we're going to be taking our chamber flag out of the chamber. Again, I'm going to lock it to the rear just to make sure it's clear. So obviously first thing we do is always clear so we can see that there's no rounds in there. We can see it. How my finger goes all the way through. There's no rounds that are going to come into this at all. We'll send it home. And you can hear how dry it is. So you want to make sure before you actually go to the range and shoot that you're putting proper lubrication in this so you're not going to get any misfires or anything like that. So first we're going to I always start with our back pin. So this pin right here we're going to take out. Simply all you do is push the back of it right here. Simple like that. You push the back, pull the pin out. It is not going to come out all the way, but then you can cant it like this. Then what I'll do is we'll go up top here, take our charging handle, take it out like such, take our bolt carrier group out, take our charging handle out, and we'll take this front pin out. So same thing as the back pin. You're going to push it right here. Sometimes this one's a little more tricky. Pull it out, and there we go. We're going to have our 4 main pieces disassembled. And if you want, we can take the bolt apart, but for your basic clean, you're not going to have to do that. So just make sure you give it a good wipe down, and then we'll put it back together. So simple. We're going to put our upper receiver vertical like this, making sure our rail's laying on the ground. If you have an optic, you'll be able to cant it up like this. It's just to get everything back in. We'll take our charging handle, and we can see on our charging handle we have the couple grooves right here. There's going to be 2 notches right there where you can see where my finger is. There's going to be 2 notches. So we're going to slide it in, and it's just going to simply drop down where those 2 notches are. We'll leave it about halfway out. Take our bolt carrier group, and the top of it right here is simply going to go right on top of our charging handle in this groove right here. So we'll just set that there. All you do is drag it all in till it clicks. Simple as that. And again, we'll set it down like that. So again, then what we'll do is we'll take our upper receiver, slide it in. I like to do the front one first. Like so. The back one goes in. And then we'll make sure everything racks smoothly. And for safety reasons, we'll go ahead and put our chamber flag back in. And that wraps up the Diamondback DB15 5.56 pistol with our 7-inch barrel. For the size and price point, this thing offers a ton of value, especially for shooters who want something compact without sacrificing reliability. If you want more reviews, gear breakdowns, and firearm education content, make sure you hit that subscribe button and give this video a like. If you want more reviews, gear breakdowns, and firearm education content, make sure to hit that subscribe button and give this video a like. And in the comments down below, what do you think of the DB15? Do you think this is a reliable entry AR-15 pistol? As always, again, I hope you enjoyed the video, and we'll see you next time.